Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Today we are going to be reviewing my favorite lens of 2021 and as well of last year, 2020. This is the Sony G Master 16-35 f2.8. So sit back, relax and enjoy the video. That's right, believe it or not, this is my second time recording this video because yes, I'm a muppet and I forgot to switch on the mic at the top of the camera before recording, so it is now my second time of trying to record my impressions and my thoughts about this lens. And now while I'm doing that, someone's making a racket outside, so if you can hear that, apologies. Now, this lens is quite a hefty lens. Overall, I'd say probably well over half a kilogram, probably coming up to the 700 gram mark. It is heavy and it is well built. Plastic majority, but I'm assuming there's metal inside. It, like I said, it has a 16-35 focal range and a constant aperture of 2.8, which is great for getting those bokeh-licious shots. Now, a couple of physical features we have on this lens. We have the zoom ring here, which is pretty tight and quite nice, and the manual focus ring here, which is also a little bit looser than the zoom ring, but nonetheless still very nice and very smooth. On the lens here, you can see it's quite a big element. It's got a filter thread, so all your filters can nicely thread onto it, and it's an 82mm filter thread, so perfect for your filters there. Just remember, it is quite a big front element, so 82, you're gonna have to have a good big filter. Now, my recommendation is get an 82 or higher filter. They are more expensive, and then just use step up and step down rings to the lenses that you have. On the camera side of things, we have a nice weather sealing gasket here, so I'm not about to try and take this out in the pouring rain to test it. I'm sure you can find videos on the YouTubes which will test it, but I can comfortably say that in my opinion, I think if I take this out in the drizzle or light rain, I will be good to go. With the zoom mechanism here, like I said, it is pretty tight, so it doesn't drift down and you can't even pull it out, so which is great. Physical buttons on the lens, we have an AF to manual focus switch and a single button which you can assign in camera to anything you'd like. I normally use this for autofocus on my cameras. Now, the two downsides of this lens are, number one, like I said, is weight. It is hefty, so if it's in your camera bag, you are gonna feel it. And once on your camera, it is quite heavy. So if you're vlogging around with your arm out here and you've got the lens and the camera here, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna need those biceps and those shoulder muscles to get you through it, because it is quite a heavy piece of glass. The other downside, in my opinion, and you know, you get used to it, is with the zoom at 35mm, the lens is shorter. When you extend it to 16, that's when it comes out. I would have preferred it if at 16 it was in like that, so it'll be a nice smaller package when you're vlogging, and at 35 if it was like so. So that's kind of my two thoughts on the lens and the zoom, how it's designed here. Now, what do I use it for? I use it for a couple of things. The first one is vlogging. So when you're out there and about and telling your stories and, you know, having fun, that's the main thing I use this lens for. It's great at 16, so even if you're using in-body stabilization, if you're cropping in 1.1, for example, like with the Sony a7S III, you still get a wide field of view. The other one is for landscapes, great at 65. If you want to do some portrait landscapes, then 35 gives you the nice kind of focal length for that. The other thing I use this lens for, so number 3, is nightscape, Milky Way, dark sky photography. Now at f2.8, it's not your 1.2, 1.4 or 1.8 aperture lens, but with today's cameras, you know, f2.8 does the job nicely, and I've had great results with this lens, even on an APS-C body. That's right, even on APS-C, this works great for astrophotography. Now, like I said, I'm a beginner, I'm not an expert, but I've had better results with the G Master 16-35 than I have with what's currently filming. It's the G Master 24mm 1.4. So I am very happy with this lens. Sharpness is clear through and through for me. I mean, check out my latest video with the What's in My Tech Pouch 2021, and that was filmed with this lens. So if you have any questions below about this lens, put them down in the comments down below. And if you have it, also let me know what your thoughts are and how you like it. But I can't recommend this lens highly enough. So that's going to be my conclusion. It gets a big thumbs up for me. Absolutely love using this lens. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, everybody. Goodbye for now.